Sawadee-kap. April the 21st, also known as the 21st of April. A person without a definite major purpose is as helpless as a ship without a compass. Yes. My German teacher, Mr. Norton, in high school, used to say a student without a pen is like a sailor without a knife. Okay. Or a ship without a compass, according to Mr. Hill. If you analyze a navigator's chart in minute detail, you will find that the trip from one point to another is more a collection of zigzag lines than a straight line from the point of departure to the final destination, especially with a sailing vessel. You don't sail into the wind, you tack, zigzag. So he's correct. Remember, I wanted the catamaran, which most people don't know. I mean, when you say catamaran, I don't know if you know what that is. It's a twin-hull sailboat, and it mainly goes by sail power. Several sails. Some of them have 5, 6 sails, big-ass sails. But they also have engines for when there's no wind, so you can still motor on. And like I said, when a storm is coming, it's, fuck using free wind power. You want to get the hell to the next safe harbor. You crank both of those fucking diesel engines and you use the sails and the motors and get the fuck out of there. So yeah, catamaran is a sailboat, big ass sailboat with motors and engines. Like most sailboats have one small engine, those have 2 big engines, but they're mainly sailboats. Straight line from the captain makes constant course corrections to account for changes caused by external conditions, like storms, wind, that cause the ship to stray from its course. The only thing that doesn't change during the voyage is the destination, right? Point A to point B. I agree with him. The same is true with individuals. Whatever your ultimate plan for your life may be, you will find that there are always environmental influences over which you have no control. Correct your course and continue on toward your destination. The secret is always to have a destination in mind and not to drift with the current. There you go. He's good, this Napoleon guy. He's maybe it's worth the read. Yeah, no, I mean he nailed it. We talked about that before. How hell, 2 days ago I talked about reaching my BHAG. Friggin' phone. The little tripod is worn out. I got a cheap tripod because I'm a cheap bastard, and the little thing that holds it in place is worse for the wear. I need another tripod. Anyway, we talked about me reaching my BHAG because he was talking about setting new goals, reaching a milestone and immediately hopping on the next milestone. Those are short-term goals. And I talked about, hey, I reached my BHAG. I'm retired. I'm in Thailand. I'm chilling. But you see that I've got a new set of goals, and my first goal was to make the restaurant guest house I bought autonomous, hire a manager so I didn't have to be there. The old owner worked there for 13 years. She was there every frigging day. She was up 6:30 in the morning checking people out of the guest house. She was up 10:30 at night checking people into the guest house. That was never the life that I wanted or envisioned for myself, or at the time my girlfriend. So the idea was to hire a manager. Well, COVID happened and there's no hiring. It was just trying to hold on to the staff we had at that point. And instead of making it autonomous and putting it on a POS computerized system so I could monitor the business with my smartphone, and the CCTV cameras, which we did put in the CCTV cameras, we did get those, and that was quick and easy. That wasn't hard at all. And there was the two-way communication where I could talk to the girls there working and all that, ask them questions or answer questions if they had questions, whatever. So that never got accomplished due to COVID. Instead, it was survival mode, right? It changed. The mission changed from making it autonomous to making it live or survive, and that didn't happen. As I said, I've closed it down. You can see the video on me closing it down and why. Just I didn't want to pour good money in after bad, and that was one of the better decisions I've made in the last 3 to 5 years, because it was a money pit. You know, it just wasn't worth saving at that point. The girls are absolutely worth saving, but the business wasn't. So the new goal, right? Come to Chiang Mai, check, and start this business. The truck is up for sale. I took the pictures yesterday after it got detailed. And that's huge, you know, because it's only a matter of time. It's going to sell. Will it sell for $550,000? That's top dollar. I don't know. I doubt it. Probably not, but maybe. But I'll, you know, whatever. If I sell it for, as I said when I bought it, if I sell it for $450,000 baht, $450,000 baht, $15,000, I'm into it for 10 and change, right? It was like 320 with all the fees and crap at the auction. So yeah, okay, I'll take $5 grand profit. But you know, new, those trucks are going for 700,000 baht. So the thing has 9,000 kilometers on it. I mean, that's like a little over 5,000 miles. It's nothing. 3 years old, cleaned up. It looks good. Like me, cleaned up. I look good. It looks good. Yeah, I think 550 is a good number. I found a red one, same model, 6-speed, you know, manual. Most trucks here are manual, unlike the States where most cars, trucks, SUVs are automatic. Most cars here are manual, stick. So I found another one, red, 2018, open cab, same as mine, not a 4-door, 2-door. 2.2 liter diesel motor. And it was going for $599, 600 grand. Once again, that's 100,000 less than a new one. I think that's enough of a discount. But I'm doing 550 because I want to sell it quick and go to the auction and buy more cars. Speaking of the auction, it's today, and I'm a bike auction, and I'm going. Why am I going? Well, in the detail video that I did yesterday for the Ranger, I mentioned that one of the guys who had contacted me to buy the Grand Filano had a budget of 30K. Now, I'm into the Grand Filano for 28, if you watched that auction video when I bought them, the two bikes. 44K for the Aerox, 28K for the Grand Filano. So my number in my head is 32K or more. So he's at 30K, that's his budget. He's a student. You know, once again, I mentioned yesterday in the video, first I thought he was being a dick, because every Thai guy who's written me about the bike is, what kind of discount will you give? You haven't even seen the friggin' bike yet, mate. Come and check it out and then make me an offer, but I'm not going to go below 32. So just as well, I got a number from him that he's at is 30. Well, I can't sell that bike for 30. I'm definitely not selling the Aerox for 30, which is a 70,000 baht bike, and I'm into for 44. So I'm reverse wholesaling, which, if you're not familiar with that, is you find a buyer first and says, you know, I want such and such in a house in this location for this price, and then you go out and find the deal to fill that order. So it's backwards from the normal wholesaling where you find a deal and then try to sell it. Here you find a buyer and then find the house to meet his needs. So I have an order for a 30,000 baht bike. I'm going to go to the auction today and preview and see if there's any decent ones that meet his, you know, criteria. Well, what's his criteria? Right now, all I know is he wants to pay 30 grand all in. Today, when I'm at the auction and I see bikes, you know, opening bid of 18,000 or 20,000 or 22,000, I'll text him or DM him. Actually, he contacted me through Facebook and say, did you just want a Grand Filano, or you just want a bike for 30K? You're okay with a Honda Click, a Honda Wave, a Honda Scoopy, and see what his feedback is. Then I'll know what to buy tomorrow. I'm not going to buy and take a chance that he only wanted a Yamaha Grand Filano. The chances of getting one of those at 22 to 24 are slim to none. So I will better define what he's looking for, and that's important. You guys, you know, when you're reverse wholesaling, make sure that they're okay with the house that you're going to buy before you buy it, right? That you got to make sure that you're being a good order taker. How many times have you gone to a fast food place and they fucked up your order, right? You're pissed. Well, the seller's not going to close on the house. This guy's not going to buy the bike unless it's what they want. So today I'll go look at some bikes and then get back to him today, this afternoon, tonight, saying, are you cool with this 2014 Honda Wave, 110 cc, 25,000 kilometers on it, but would this work for you for 30K? And then if he says yes, and I can ask him that question on multiple bikes, not just one, then tomorrow I go to the auction knowing that I want to be 22 to 24 all in, right? Or even 25. I'll take 5,000 by it. It's not a lot of money once again. But you do it over and over and over and over again. So cool beans. That's it for today. Once again, I think Napoleon was solid. I don't know if he knocked it out of the park. It's good information, but he definitely hit a double or a triple. It's stuff you need to hear. It's things, techniques, thoughts, principles that you can use to be successful. So that's important. And yeah, wholeheartedly agree. And you finish a milestone, you get on to the next one, is what he said yesterday. And basically today, sort of the same thing. But he not only talks about course corrections, but the title, A Definite Major Purpose, that's more of your BHAG. The definite major purpose is more, it's important to have that destination. And then I think what he does is goes off and says, well, you have to zigzag to get to that destination, which is true. But the title would suggest have that BHAG, have that end goal in mind, because there's no way you can zigzag to it unless you know what it is, where it is. And once again, like I said the other day when I talked about my BHAG in the early part of my life, was a dream, because it wasn't specific and in writing and definite or milestones, and I never put the time and effort into defining how to get there. I just said, oh, I want to be rich, I want to retire, I want to be rich. I think everybody says that. What did I do about it? Absolutely nothing, which is why I didn't achieve it until I got serious about it in 2015. That's it for today, kiddies. Have a good one.